Hello YouTube! I am Pinstar, and this is Pinstar Plays Umamusume Pretty Derby. So yeah, this is a game that's been tearing up the airwaves on YouTube. I poked my head into it and got hooked. Essentially the premise is, first off, it is a gatcha game, I will admit, but I've sunk maybe $5 into it, and you don't even need to put that much into it to have a lot of fun with it. You are a trainer of a horse. Well, not exactly a horse. A Umamusume, a horse girl. This is a very anime game, but it is a strategy game. You are training them up over a 3-year career, and how well you train them will depend on how well they race, but you do not directly control them when they are racing. So it is up to you to give them the best training possible in the time allotted. Here, promising young Umamusume gather to train as racers, their hearts filled with the dreams and glory found in the Twinkle series. Together with their schoolmates, they spend their days training both body and mind. And yet not all are content with the current state of the academy. Emergency! And yes, all of the voices are in Japanese. That's not a setting. It's but they all have the subtitles. It's the meta director. Tazuna. I, the Tracing Academy director, love my students more than anything. Therefore, I cannot stand to see even a single racer's potential squandered. And yet, that is exactly what's happening. Which is why... Proposal! I shall complete a completely new racing event. A new event from scratch? Affirmative. Our students will have to have another set of races to look forward to beyond the Twinkle series. One that includes all distances, all courses. A racing event unlike any of that have come before. She'll call it... the URA Finale! Prepare yourself, we're about to get very busy. Quickly, we must schedule a press meeting. The world must know. Director? Understood, leave it to me. And thus begins the story of a new racing event, the URA Finale. Created to help all Umamusume, that's the name of the horse girls. Shall the stage be set upon you and your trainee story unfolds. So we're going to not use quick mode. We'll go through the story stuff. Depending on the comments and reaction to this video, I might do future ones. If I do future ones, I'll probably zip through the story stuff because this game is... I play this game for the mechanics, not for the story. But some of you like the stories stuff, so I'll play through that too. Countless Umamusume have come to the Three Goddess statue to carry on the dreams of legends past or to entrust their own to those yet to come. Today, those legacies spark inspiration in yet another new runner. So, one of the interesting mechanics to this game is when you pick a racer, and this, by the way, is the racer that we have chosen. You'll see very soon why I picked her. You choose 2 legacies to inspire her. Now, the what happens to their stats depends on who they are inspired by. It's very much like genetics, but it's not genetics because it's 2 other horse girls that you inspire them by. I will go through in future videos to explain who I chose, why I chose them. But just know that we got a whole bunch of stat points and goodies for having those 2 as our legacies. Standing straight. Pull your chin in. Good, I'll measure your height now. Sorry to ask for a physical exam so suddenly. I just wanted to make sure my application is filled out accurately. No need to apologize, all done. You're 171 centimeters. Oh, you've gotten taller. Guess you must still be growing. I'll forward the information on. Thank you. I'll take my leave now. Oh? Is something wrong? Oh, nothing's wrong. This smell just brings back some memories. Remember lying in a hospital bed then, trying to come up with a single equation. A winning equation to beat her. Okay, I'm going to pick up the pace. Brian? Yeah, her sister is named Narita Brian. And my real life name is Brian. Well, first name anyway. So it's just kind of weird, but kind of funny. I wonder when was the last time I was ahead of her. Doctor, may I borrow my kinematics in sports next? I want to get faster. Now's not the time to think about that. You need to rest. You do want to recover quickly, don't you? Yes, but I think now's the best time to do a lot of thinking. The truth is, I panicked because I was about to lose, and that's how I got injured. That's why I need to come up with a winning equation. So I don't lose again. Thank you for your help. I should go now. Don't mention it. All the staff at the academy are here to support your students. Congrats on your debut. Keep it up. Thank you. I will. Sorry to keep you waiting, trainer. When I greet Biwa Hayahide after her health exam, I'm glad to see her looking refreshed and free of worries. The two of us are going to tackle the Twinkle series starting today. Let's work our hardest. Indeed, now that the date of my debut race has been decided, we know what we need to do. Train hard, formulate a path to victory, and go into the race with a solid strategy. The results will follow. Yeah, she is Miss Strategist, so I kind of immediately had to go with her. Let's start checking my times to assess them. Biwa Hayahide is at the other end of the track in a flash. We decide to measure her time after each furlong, or 20-meter interval. I look at my stopwatch to check. It's a pretty fast lap. I wouldn't expect any less from Narita Brian's big sister. Don't look surprised. We're just here to scope out the so-called #1 contender around here. She didn't get that title for nothing. Her run was a sight to see in the scrimmage I saw the other day. For I know what a group of other trainers have gathered around to watch. We're all trainers here, right? We need to see how you carry out your training sessions. Must say, I was surprised to hear that Brian was going to debut before her older sister, but I guess... Excuse me, I'm glad everyone's having such a good time, but I need to have a word with my trainer. Uh-oh. Oh, well, aren't you popular? I tell Biwa what the other trainers were saying about her. So I'm considered the #1 contender, eh? Well, that's very flattering, but I can't accept such a mantle as things are at the moment. The reason they took an interest in me to begin with was because I'm Narita Brian's sister. Besides, I'm no more above average at the moment. I'm not satisfied with that. I don't simply want to be above average. To become the strongest racer here. Wonder what finale the final computation of my equation will bring. Wonder if victory exists on the list of potential answers. Of course it does. Forgot the type of person you are. Of course you'd say that. Well, I need all the help you can give me, so let's complete the winning equation together. And that's how my journey with Biwa Hayahide begins. 120 skill points to start with. I'll explain all the mechanics as we go along. Alright, so Tazuna here is the secretary. Good morning. Together you strengthen your bodies and minds and forge an inseparable bond. Achieve consistent results. You might even earn a G1 title. I'll do my best. Keep in mind the runner's first 3 years in the Twinkle series are most crucial. Your trainee hasn't achieved a satisfactory record in 3 years after her debut. I'm afraid her contract with you may be cancelled. So yeah, you gotta meet their goals along the way. Okay, here we are, main screen. So, we have 11 turns before our next goal run. Our first goal is just to run in the junior make debut, which is just a race. But we need to get her ready. These are her stats. We have speed, stamina, power, guts, and wit. We also have her mood and her current energy level, which is at max. Now, a couple of things about her. There are a few aptitudes that she has, things that she's good at, things that she's not good at, and bonuses that she gets. Just based on her normal nature here. First off, she is very good at running on turf and awful at running in dirt, so we don't want to enter her into any dirt races. As far as her preferred race distance, she's good at long, medium, and decent at mile. And she is going to be made to run some mile races early in her career, so hopefully the bee doesn't slow us down too much. And as far as what style, her strategy of running, she likes to run either a pace chaser or a late. She doesn't like to run front of the pack, and she doesn't like to carry up the back. Now, one other very important bit here is her growth rate. She gets a 20% bonus to all wits games. She is the smarty pants of the group here, and I'll explain what all the different stats and attributes do. She gets 10% bonus to guts, and then neutral and everything else. She also starts with her signature skill, therefore win QED. Increase her velocity by deriving the winning equation when passing another racer toward the front on the final corner. So she needs to be coming from behind at the final corner, and then this will trigger. But first, let's get some training in. Now, there are a few different things we need to consider. First off, which different stats. So there are different trainings we have here. Speed will obviously train speed, but will also give us a little bit of power. Every single one of these trainers gives us a little bit of something else along with it. So we need to be mindful of which package we're getting into. Now, there are friends. We have a couple of friends that we have. We've actually carefully picked out, you set up a deck of 6 friends each time you start a career, and each friend brings different bonuses and skills to the table. And as you build friendships with them, they can give you bigger bonuses when you train. Now you can see each turn which friends are doing which trainings will change, and you generally want to be doing the same trainings as your friends because that builds friendships with them and gives you bonuses. So we have one person here. We've got winning ticket would join us in stamina training if we do stamina training, and we can see stamina builds stamina and guts, and also some skill points. Everything builds a little bit of skill points. Nobody's joining us in power. Power gives us power and stamina and skill points. We got guts. Now she does have a 10% bonus to guts, but she'd also get some speed and power, and 2 of her friends are sitting here and would join us here. Then we got wits, which gives us, wits, a little bit of speed, extra skill points compared to all the others. The other thing is all these 4 trainings will drain her energy, which is normal. I mean, you're working hard. Wits restores them because you're resting your body. But since we're at full energy, let's not waste that. I think we're going to go guts. We got 2 friends here. She's got a 10%, plus it gives us a bunch of other goodies. So let's do some guts. Now, the success or failure of a training, trainings never fail unless she's too tired. As she gets down to the bottom end of her energy, there will be a % chance that she's too tired to finish the training and could get injured. So it's up to you to take those chances. But at full energy, you're not going to fail a training. So we got extra friendship with our 2 contacts there. Plus we got 11 guts and some speed, some power, and some skill points. I'd say a pretty good first training. One day when relaxing in my room, what's this about? Attention all trainers, we'll make an announcement. Do not miss it. Greetings members of the press. Listen well. Director? Oh, right. Here you are. Right you are. Apologies. Yeah, she's kind of short. All right. Listen well, I, the direction of Tracing Academy, hereby announce establishment of a new race, the URA Finale. The URA Finale? May I ask a question? Okay, then. Can you give us some insight into the thought process behind this decision? The URA Finale is a chance for every Umamusume to get glory. basically, if basically the long and the short of this is if you win your career, then you get to go into like this finale, which is it's considered one even if you finish your career, but if you can make it to the finale, you can win even harder, essentially. All right, buzzing with Umamusume. Could they just make up a new race? Well, apparently. There's a lot of confusion. Yes, I know. I'm not going to read everything, just the more significant stuff. If you don't regret, I want to win this, I want to win that. Have you ever had dreams you couldn't realize because the distance of the track wasn't right for you? Have you ever bet your teeth in a chagrin? Vodka, King Halo, 2 possible races. Heed me. I create a world where all can shine. I will prepare a race that will serve as a stage for all. Currently, each G1 race has a designated distance and track type, limiting the runners who can join that particular race. However, the URA Finale will feature all distances and tracks. So this actually becomes a fairly mechanically important thing. One of the things that you need to work on is tracks come in different distances, types, and whatnot. And not all runners are suited to all tracks. So you need to kind of figure out the best way to sort of diversify yourself. But what they're saying is, by the time if you make it to the finale, that you get to run on your favorite track type, no matter what track type that is. All right, so we used up 1 turn. We have 10 turns left before our race. Let's take a look. Also, the who hangs out at which training type randomly shuffles every single turn. So just because some people are in one doesn't mean you'll always be there. Got 1 person in wits, 2 people in power, 1 in stamina. You know what I think I'm gonna do? So her mood is normal. You actually get some bonuses both to racing and to skill training if her mood is higher. So we're gonna do some recreation. Energy recovered by 10 and mood went up. Excellent. And that uses up a turn. Now there's a bunch of different events that pop up, both based on your trainee and also some of your friends on there. And you can actually sort of strategically bank on some of these events. Good timing. We're looking for some more players. Come hide and seek. Yeah, play with us. I must decline. I didn't come here to play. We just happened to pass by on our way home. Aw, come on. This is our last round, I promise. It'll be fun, please. Ask you to join us. Hadn't had a chance to play all yet. We give this our good deed for the day. It's almost curfew. Oh, all right. Trainer, is it alright if we... I'll be it or you're it. This actually has an impact on what this event does for our stats. You're it. Glad she grasped the trick so quickly. Now then, everyone. Believe it or not, my sister and I were considered to be the best hide-and-seekers around back in the day. And I'll be happy to show you why. Let's do this. Hide, everyone! And so the game of hide-and-seek begins. First place, to check under the slide. You got me! Next, the trees next to the bench. What? How'd you find me so quick? And now to find Tio. There you are, up in the tree behind my trainer. Oh, come on, there's no way you could have known I was up here. Merely factored in the size and number of kids and the playground equipment, so narrow down my choices. Well, did everyone have fun? Yeah. Alright, speed went up by 10. And we got a, alright, so this is one of our support cards. This is awful, they're out of salad again. There goes my grand lunch plans. Interesting news, the salad has spoiled King's lunch, but I'm first rate, I can't give up now. Candy nuts? She really eats such extravagant sounding food. No, I can't. Who's that whispering nearby? How did you notice? Does it really look up to you? You always read first-rate food. So, Princess, I want to strive to eat elegant meals like yours. So I teach you. Well, you came here. I'm gonna skip through some of these. During events, they both begin to fervently discuss meal plans. Eureka! I've got an idea. This could be useful. This contributed to her thing. So 10 more speed due to improved meal plans. Alright, 9 turns left. In a good mood. Plenty of energy. Let's see what we got here. Alright, speed training, only 1 person. Stamina training's got 2. Power's got 2. Guts nothing. Wits nothing. Let's do some stamina. Success. Alright. Yeah, early game you want to get those friendships up. Some times has passed since the announcement. Finale champion, huh? Now you're talking. Oops. That's a little bit too fast. Well, you sure are good at bossing people around. Well, let's skip this one then. Restoration dirt tracks just like new in an instant. Adjustments fine-tuned to mount the sand needed to exact specifications. It's a lot of talking. You know what? I'll tell you what. I might fast forward through here and just do the mechanics, and then if you guys want me to do a story playthrough, I'll do a full story playthrough, because there is a lot of talking, and I'm more interested in the mechanics. Let's be clear. All right, let's see what we got here. No stamina, no power, or 2 in power, 1 in guts, and 4 in wit. Oh my, yes, please. Let's get that brain filled. Yeah, lots and lots of talking. This would be like a 4-hour video if I did that. Ooh, 3 more in wit. That's promising. Yeah, let's do more wit. And as you can see, we gain a little bit of energy when we do wit training. Now, as far as what does wit do? Wit does a few things. One, when we buy skills, and I'll get into skills closer to the race, but when we buy skills, a lot of them need to activate under certain conditions. And but it also requires a wits check. Basically, your trainee needs to remember to use the skill. So the higher your wit, the more likely that's to happen. Also, there's a chance of them getting panicked on the racetrack, and wits decreases that chance. That they enter a rushed mode and burn up excess energy, which is bad. All right, now we have a exclamation point. So this is someone with a skill hint. This is also determined by our people. They each come with a random set of skills, and they will give us a hint on them occasionally, plus all these other things. And yeah, we could use some speed training. And I'll take a skill hint while I'm at it. 3 hint levels, it's shifting gears. And some extra skill points, because she was part of the training. Alright, so, we should look for and search for one and look for the other. Oh yeah, 2 missing kids, basically. Marvelous could be anywhere. Let's try and find her. So all this big escapade, but we get 10 stamina. If you choose the option that to find the easier one, you get speed. But we could use some extra stamina here. Okay, 2 on speed, 2 on stamina, 1 on guts, no on wits. We'll go speed. You generally want to try and hope that they line up for more of them. Ooh, free mood up. I'll take a free mood up. Ah, so see how her energy's getting low? Now we have a failure chance on some of our stuff. So yeah, if we want to take one of these, we have to risk it. And that's a 3-fer, but that's a risky 3-fer. I am going to have her rest. And we got the bad rest. So you can randomly get 30, 50, or 70 energy points when you hit the rest button, and we just got unlucky and got the 30. But she got some recovery. Alright, 2 on speed. And 2 on wit. We can take 2 on wit. That'll give her a little bit more energy. Pajama party. How do you, what? When did I get reeled into a party? We're getting reeled into a pajama party? Hey, it's some extra speed. I'll take it. Alright, 2 turns left before our debut race. Let's check our training. Stamina's looking good. Speed's looking even better. Let's take that speed. 1 more before our ring. All right, 2% failure rate on some of these. Oh my. Yeah, we'll take a 4-person stamina. Energy and stamina. Okay, race day. Now, we have 157 skill points. Skill points do nothing outside of races, but they are important in race days. We're just short of a couple of our ones up here. So each of these skills all do different things. We get our signature skill for free, but everything else we have to buy. And the skills available to us are both they're dependent on our character, but also our the friends and the hints that we've gotten. Remember, we got 3 hints to shifting gears, so these are ones that all that come with us here. Now, these I really wish I had like 3 more skill points, because then we could have bought one of these. These came from our legacies, by the way. These were their signature skills. You get sort of you have the option to get one of their skills, but at a reduced efficacy. These green skills are active all the time, but only when you meet the conditions. I might. And then see how these say pace chaser and whatnot? These are all different things. Like we could take shifting gears. But we're not intending to run mile races a lot. And this skill only works when you're running a mile-long race. So I'm going to save my skill points. So we're going to go in with just her signature skill. Yes, I know, it is a mile race. We could get the shifting gears. But if we look at her career, you can look at all the different races here. This is a mile. The first couple of races are all miles, but then you get into mediums, which are longer than miles. And then later on, you get into long races, and the miles kind of dry up. So you generally don't want to build her for miles. You generally want to build her for mediums, maybe longs. So let's just race. All right, so we've got 1600, a mile-long rated race in the spring, cloudy weather, good conditions. Let's race. Now, one of the things that we need to decide on is what is her strategy? So, as you can see from the diagram here, the front runner just tries to stay out in front and wins without letting anyone catch them. But she's terrible at that strategy. The pace chaser likes to stay right behind the front runners, waiting in the wings till the end before they pass them and then jump into the lead. Then you got late surgers, which hang out further back and waits for late race to start making their move. Then you got the end closers, who like to hang out way in the back. Now these two ones conserve stamina. These ones are, very more stamina efficient compared to the front two. But being that this is only a mile-long race, which is one of the shorter ones, I'm going to put her on Pace Chaser for now. You can switch your strategy on a race-by-race basis. All right, let's dive in. All right, we are the #1 favorite. That's what these little symbols up here is just saying, like how, in different critical stats, double circle, it means they're top-notch rated. That does not guarantee victory, though. Now, the goal in this one is just to run in this race. You will meet this goal even if you come dead last. That being said, winning is certainly good. Oh yeah, so it's horse racing, horse girl racing, but it's played straight like regular horse racing, complete with the gates and everything there. All right, we got an unlucky late start, but that doesn't seem to affect her. So yeah, she's a pace chasing, so that's our one front runner. So they're bolting out ahead, but that's all right. Doesn't matter until you hit the finish line. She is hanging back. Oh, all right, she got rushed. So rushed means that she got a little burst of speed, but at the expense of a tremendous amount of stamina. So she just burned a lot of extra stamina that she didn't need to. As I get her wits higher, that will happen less and less. I actually hope she doesn't pass her too early, because her ultimate skill activates when you pass somebody. Oh, she caught it just in time. So this is her ultimate skill. Therefore win, QED. Boom! So she gets a big burst of speed by activating that, and now she's up in the lead. And now that it's late race, she's no longer trying to pace chase. Now she's just trying to win it. All strategies are trying to get to the front at the end of the race, obviously. Got a little uphill here, and that does have mechanical importance. But yeah, she is... Bam! That was a big win. Six lengths. I think there's an achievement if you win by 7 lengths in your opener, but I'll take a 6-length win. All right. So we go up this little pyramid of popularity. We get a bunch of fans. Fans are actually a legitimately important thing. You can level up your ultimate a little bit later in the career, as well as some races have a required number of fans. All right, she gets a bunch of stat ups for winning that race. We complete the goal, run in junior, make debut. And her next goal is that she has to place top 5 in the high FS race. And we have 10 turns to do that before that race comes. So we have 10 turns worth of training. Okay. So energy's a little low. We've got 14% failure chance, but it's a 2-person with a tip. And see, that's the thing. If we rest, there's no guarantee that that person will present this tip again, or that they'll be in this arrangement. 14%. let's try it. Yes! Never punished. Okay, so if the person is offering you a tip for a skill that you already have, then it just gives you extra bonus stats. Super Creek's known for her stamina. Are you okay? Cheer her on or get her a drink. Let's get her a drink. All right, we get extra stamina, energy, and friendship. Excellent. All right, we're still kind of tired. Yeah, we're not doing any of those. Wits, well, there's nobody to do wits with. I might go for a rest. Now, one other thing you can do is you can do an extra races, even ones that aren't your goals, and you can get a boatload of skill points out of those. Turf sprint? No, thank you. And then G3, and then OP, which is like the lower end ones, the junior stakes. I think this is a rest. Let's rest. All right, we got the big rest that time. Trying to work on strength, trying to work on speed. Let's go speed. Okay. All right, we're max energy again. Guts is tempting because we get two people here. I mean, we get two people here, but these two are closer to, once you get their friendship up to the last bar, they'll start giving you bonuses to what kind of friend gauge you have. So let's go for Guts. All right, mood is still good. Ooh, a two-person wits plus a new thing. I think that's worth it for a little energy recharge. Plus, we need the wits to get our skills up and running. All right, Kyoto Racecourse, we got the hint for. Now, you don't get the skill, like active skill, immediately. You just get a hint for it. And if it's not on your list of things to pick, it gets added. That's how you get new skills to even choose from. Ooh, 3 on wit. Plus the reporter. That's not bad. Yeah, we'll take 3 on. Also, as you repeat trainings of the same type over and over, your facilities level up. So we have better base stats on our wits trainings now. Swinging Maestro. Now that's a very important skill. That's an extremely important skill. Because while right now she's not running longer races, she's only running mile stuff. Yeah, this is another mile race. Her races are going to get bigger, but she's not that great at getting stamina. I mean, unless we devote a ton of training to stamina, but she's better suited by getting wits and power and such. So we want a skill that gives her recovery mid-race to sort of make up for her stamina. So getting that is huge. I mean, we could get more stamina here. Let's also, we want skill points, so let's check our races. The races up for offer, not so good. You generally want OP and pre-OP are not OP. They're weak. So generally not worth the time to go for those. We don't need a rest. We could do a stamina, all said and done. But you know what? More wits. Why not? It's a new two-person wits. She gets 20% more wits. Sure, I'll help. So yeah, you spend a little energy to get a little bit more of whatever you just trained when that triggers. We might be able to take swinging Maestro right off the bat. Although not necessarily worth it for us right now. But once we get into the longer races, certainly. All right, yeah. One on there. Speed, guts, power. Oh my god, everybody's at power. Well, we need power. Let's train some power. Ah, there's a rainbow training available now. So everybody has... See, they have different training types in their icons. Once you become friends with somebody, which means you get their bar into the last section, and if they happen to land in the training space that matches their specialty, they will offer you a friendship training, which will greatly increase how much you get out of it, which is huge for us. So we get a rainbow friendship training from her, plus we get bonuses and goodies to others. This one matches too, but we're not friends with her yet. But still, I mean, this is still pretty darn good. Let's see. To learn from their example, I can't bring myself to let go of the things I've accumulated the years. So we can tell her to stop her note-taking for a while, or that's our secret weapon. That's her secret weapon. 20 wits. Alright, her wits are really good right now for this part of her career. We've got more rainbow training, but I kind of want multiple people. I kind of want this. The reporter, the guts. Guts is important too. Sharp gaze. All right, that's an attack skill. That actually harms other racers when that goes off. If I take it. Heart and lungs to lead the pack or build those legs. Let's build those legs for a strong finish. Why did you give me wit for that? I wanted like oh, gain 3 levels for frenzied end closers. Alright, one more turn before our required race. Let's see what we got here. Alright, well, our guts person is now in range and can give us that. Or wits. I think we need more guts. Because we get bonuses to guts. Guts gives you guts is like your secondary fuel tank. And also gives you some extra bonuses during the final sort of burst. Plus it gives us power and speed, which is very much to our interest here. So we'll take the friendship training. And we've leveled up guts. You're so passionate. Wow, lots of skill points. Okay. So this is again, I think our last mile race. Yeah, it's our last mile race, so we don't need that stamina skill just yet. Triumphant Pulse sounds good. This one requires energy to spare, which is going to be a problem a little later on. So I think we're going to go Triumphant Pulse. And then... Or do we just keep saving and just go straight for Swinging Maestro? We only need to hit top 5 on this. Let's keep saving. Let's get the big McLarge skill here. Also, just as a reminder, your energy level does not impact your performance on your race. Your mood does, and her mood is as good as it can get. And yeah, we just need to come into 5th here, which I think will be okay. Predictions. Let's see what we got here. Good form is good. She might be a top contender. Okay. And this gives you sort of an assessment of what your different stats are compared to kind of the demands of the course. I might just in case, let's give her Triumphant Pulse. Just to give her that little extra oomph. Then again, she has her ult. Let's save it. Let's save it. All right, we're still going to keep up the paces. Wow, there's 5 people doing front runner strats. But yeah, as long as we're on the mile, we might as well keep the pace chaser. I am going to switch to the late closer strats once we get to longer races, because you get a bonus to your stamina when you follow that strategy. And we're going to kind of build her to be a late late bloomer. But we just have to get these mile races out of the way. Now this one, I'm not going to be so sure if we're going to finish it in the top here. Just because, again, we're missing out on a bunch of our skill points. Well, we have them, but we haven't like put them to use yet. We're still banking them, and that does nothing for us at the moment. But as long as we come in top 5, we meet the needs of our career. Now you get up to 3 retries if you fail to meet a critical requirement for one of your trainees. So even if we get unlucky here, we'll have a chance. We'll have an opportunity to try again. We are the #1 favorite, so our total stat line is still pretty healthy. All right, so one of the other things, one of the other important things is that Wits does for us is it determines their line of sight. So they move side to side dynamically. Obviously, they don't want to get blocked by people in their way, and that kind of helps them plan their route. Now, Wits helps them plan. Power gives them the ability to actually physically move side to side more easily. So you need both. And we haven't been training her much in power, but we're going to be training her more in power pretty soon. You know, but if she has enough, if she has enough foresight to plan her moves in advance, she doesn't need a lot of power there. But yeah, with 5 front runners here, this is going to be kind of tricky. Hopefully she triggers her ult. She can't be too far back. You need to be I think you need to be top 3. But if she doesn't trigger her ult, and she's kind of stuck behind somebody here. So I don't know how well she's going to do in this race, but she just needs top 5. Oop, passes somebody. I think she got 4th. But you know what? I'll take that, because this is not really her forte. Yeah, she got 4th. But that's fine. That's fine. The minimum requirement was top 5 to meet her career goals. So I will take 4th happily, because this ain't the kind of race we want to be running. Yeah, didn't get enough fans to crack into bronze, but that's okay. Some racers' careers care about their fans and have fan totals as sort of the... Alright, she got a bunch of stats. Top 5 in Satuki Sho is our next race. 7 turns to reach it. Alright, she does need some more fans to qualify though. So we will have to run 1 race between now and then. And place well enough to get those fans. That shouldn't be too hard. But what do we have here? Stamina, 13% failure rate. You're pretty good though. What skills could you give me? You can actually click on them and find out which ones. Home stretch haste. Oh yeah, so you've got some good ones. And we could use the stamina. I'll risk it. Success. All right. Outer swell. That's a good one. Theory, nutrition, or technique. Let's go nutrition to get an energy recharge. That was kind of a weak one. Alright, what races do we have up for offer? This will do it. Turf mile, turf medium. Yeah, we kind of actually want to start getting into the mediums. Let's do a little practice run here. So do we have enough skill points for our big purchase? We do. So that actually buys us 2 things, because you have to buy the prerequisites skill. Now there is also Calm and Collected, which we come with innately, but that's only if you're following Pace Chaser. But we're going to stop doing Pace Chaser stuff. We're going to do Late Surger, which is also why I like Outer Swell. We're not taking it just yet, but... So Swinging Maestro, on a random corner you will get an energy recharge, an endurance recharge, which is huge, which means we can actually lay off training our stamina a little bit. Wow, a 4-piece wit? Yeah. I mean, we gotta find... Alright, these races are crappy, so I'm not gonna go with them. 1 person on wit, we can probably do a little bit better. Yeah, we can do 3 people on speed. Alright, race, G3. They're all miles, though. I don't really want to do a G3 mile. What are you offering up? Guts? We had a 40%, 42% fail chance. Yeah, she's tired. Let's rest. Ooh, big rest. Alright. Oh, she's overanalyzing a fairy tale. Study group activity. Guts. Yes, I know. It's reminding you that you need some fans. Ugh, crappy races. We just need to do it before our 1 race. Plus we got rainbow training. Stamina. Yeah, let's, well... Speed could also give us... Let's do some speed. I know stamina is golden, but there's only 1 person there. Yeah. Give me a better race. Alright, G2s are good. G2 turf, medium. Yeah, we'll do G2's turf, medium. Let's do it. Now, because this is medium, we're going to change her stratagem to late. Because 252 stamina is a little on the light side for a medium length race, but with an energy recharge mid-run, she'll be in better shape. So let's do it. G3 is like the lower level ones, G2, and then G1 is like the top tier level of race. We didn't have a... We're going to be running in a G1 race for her goal thing here, but this one, step down, still worth quite a few people. Even if we don't get first, we should get enough, you know, like top 3, we should get enough fans to meet the requirement. We are the favorite, but let's see how our new stratagem works for us. That's the other reason why we're doing late closer, is that it inherently burns less energy. So between that and the recovery, we should have our energy all sorted here. The only concern is she's going to be hanging out further back in the pack earlier in the race. So she's going to need to navigate around everybody. Her wits should help her find her way, but she also really needs more power. That's the one weak point. All right, there's Swinging Maestro. So we just got to recharge to our energy. Hopefully we used up enough energy for that recharge to actually count, but we should be good. Oops, she got rushed. That's bad. Man, I thought we'd be over that, because that burns up some extra stam when that happens. Hopefully that did not empty her tank too much. But at least it pushed her closer to the pack is kind of condensed right now, which is good. Because once they get into the final thing, then she'll actually push for the front. And hopefully, I mean, she's got a good amount of guts, which is her backup tank. She just needs to get around people. She's kind of stuck in the middle there. Yeah, she's trapped. She is hard stuck. She's got the energy and the speed. She's just completely boxed in by the entire group. She is not going to do well here. Yeah. That was all getting stuck in the pack. That's one of the dangers of this. 15th. Yeah, I don't know if that's going to give us the fans that we need. Nope. We need to do another race. Keep pushing forward. Yeah, that is an event that you get. All right, well, Marud goes back up. She's hungry. We feed her. Slow metabolism. Well, we need to race. Turf mile. Turf medium. I don't want to doing a freaking turf mile. Let's go an easier race here. And one we haven't won yet. We'll do the Flower Cup. We'll put her back on pace because we're back on the mile here. That really stinks that we got 15th in that last one just because she got stuck. Now, the lower G races have weaker racers in it, so hopefully that doesn't happen, but if she gets stuck behind a bunch of weaker racers, like, it could happen again. But since she's Pace Chaser, she's not going to be hanging out quite as far back in the pack. Yeah, see, now she's taking the outside line, which is what we wanted her to do before. But when you start on the inside line, it's harder for them to do that because they don't have the maneuverability without enough power. We gotta do some power trainings once we get past this. 先頭は相変わらず7番続いてダイワスカーレットそしてその外から行ったのはビワハヤヒデそれを見るように8番1馬審査6番少し後ろから5番さらにその外からはキングヘイローそしてその内から行ったのはオグリキャップ外から4番さらに2番さらには10番外を回って12番後から13番まもなく第4コーナーカーブここからスパート Alright, she is far enough ahead to activate her ult, which is good because she needs that to get the burst of speed. I also realized she did not activate her swinging maestro, which again, the activation of the skill requires a wits check, and it's not guaranteed. Even if you're really high wits, it is never 100%. I mean, she should get enough. If not, then this is going to be a short playthrough. Third. Hopefully she gets enough fans from this. We should have taken that. Wow, all of these by a neck. Third, okay. Oh yeah, third, yeah. But is that enough fans? Fewer skills. Well, yeah, alright, we got enough fans though, so we're good. I think you're right. Alright, lots of skill points there. We get our inspiration. So this is another set of bonuses from our quote-unquote legacies. Alright, a whole bunch of... Let's see what we got here. So we've got... Yeah, this... we're 2 points short of that. Frenzied end closers, we don't care about. Yeah, we don't actually have anything that we can really go for. I mean, unless I want outer post proficiency, which give her a speed boost. Kyoto race course will give her a stamina boost, but only on Kyoto raceways. This is Nakayama, so wouldn't get it there. Yeah, we're gonna have to save her skill points. Detrimental mood and health. I mean, we have to. We don't have a choice. I would have liked to have given her a break between the two. Alright, so yeah, this is a medium. We'll go back to our late. And see if we can make this work. She's down to the number 2 fave. Alright, please not in the inside. And I think we only need 5th here, so in order to keep the career going. Alright, she's somewhat on the outside, I'll take that. I mean, I guess I could have given her that outside post proficiency, but we'll see. And yes, the other racers do have skills of their own that will trigger. This is another medium here, so a little bit longer of a race, and again, we're conserving our stamina. There's our recharge. That's good. I think we were far enough in that we burned off enough that we, got full use out of that recharge. It only recharges a portion of your stamina, so it's not like it's a full bar recharge. But it's a gold tier skill, so it recharges a lot more than your basic one. So now we just need to hope that she doesn't get stuck and gets far enough ahead in order to ult. If she gets her ult off, then we have a good chance here. All right, in the home stretch, she's pulling out all the stops. Yes, all right, she gets far enough ahead to ult. That's as good as we can get here. She's not stuck. She got her ult. And now it's just how well did we train her? Does she have enough raw stats? This is where Guts comes in. And she gets it. Phew. All right, we needed that win. Now, hopefully she doesn't like collapse from having 3 races in a row. We're gonna have to go to the infirmary to cure her slow metabolism anyway. So if she gets another condition, we try and knock both of them out. Yeah, personal space, personal space. All right, got up to silver with that one too. All right, lots of bonuses, lots of skills. Top 5. Top 5 in the Japanese Derby is next. 2 turns. Okay, you get a little bit of time to rest. Run away. Straight descent. Okay. Alright, but before we do that, I think we're going to put a cut here. So, if you guys like this episode and you want to see more like it, and want to see how Biwa's career progresses here, go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and leave me a comment. Good, bad, or indifferent, your feedback's always welcome. So until next time, it's been Pinstar signing out. See ya!